I'm here to discuss how I beat COVID-19. So, on the 27th of January, I tested positive for COVID-19. I know, right? It wasn't like too bad for me. So basically, I'm here to discuss on my channel my symptoms, what I did, potentially how I got it as well, because you never really know. And yeah, just how in case you may get it or somebody who has it, you can also like help them. So yeah, I'm just here to discuss what I did, what I ate, like what changed, what I experienced, my symptoms. And you guys will let me know if you've experienced the same thing, if yours was worse, better. The chain of events leading to COVID. So I started a new job in January, in the beginning of Jan. And then my job entails me to travel quite a bit. So I'm not like stationed in one area the whole day. I travel a lot and I do come into contact with a lot of people because we help people, we work with people. So I wasn't wearing my mask all the time, every single time, with every single interaction, which was my first mistake. So do that, because you never really know, because not everybody's going to get tested, because it's impossible. And not everybody's going to have symptoms. So anyway, your girl was in the car, and I was in the car the whole time. So my assumption was like, I'm inside the car, I'm not really talking to people up close, and I'm social distancing, so I don't really need to wear my mask 24/7 at work, which was my first mistake, because I'd wear it when I'm in big groups but not in the car. Okay, so that was that. So my first symptom was a sore throat, and then that was like on the 14th of Jan. Around the 14th of Jan, I got like a sore throat, but I had gone hiking like the day before. So then I thought it was maybe something I had inhaled in the plants there on my hike, and I was just like, maybe it's like an allergic reaction. Let me just treat it and see what happens. So I would steam with artemisia, I think that's the English word of it, but it's called lingana from where I'm from. And then lemon, garlic, and everything, and tea tree oil. So I'd steam with that after work, and then on weekends the whole day, like in the morning and at night. And then I'd just like continue eating healthy, because I ate healthy, but I'd steam with that addition. So I'd steam on a regular basis, and then I'd still go to work, everything would be normal. It's just that my throat was like really sore. Then I changed colleagues or partners, and then we traveled to different sites, and then my sore throat got better, but then my nose started to get like really, really congested and blocked. But it was a gradual process. So by the Friday is when it got like really bad, and I had like congested nose that I'd have to blow continuously. Saturday, Sunday, I was chilling, I was perfectly fine. Then Monday morning, I shower to get ready for work. And then I shower, everything is normal. But then as I'm putting Vicks on my chest to clear my congestion, I realized I can't smell this thing. Like Vicks smells really strong. And that's when I realized I had lost my sense of smell. And then I didn't go to work. I was like, nope. So I informed management, my colleague, and my family. And then I went and got tested at Sandown Clinic. My results came back positive. And then I went into isolation at home for about 10 days. So I was already in isolation even before my results came back, just because, And then what happened? So I was in isolation at home. I didn't go to work for 10 days. And then I just wanted to like get into the symptoms themselves. So first, before I got tested, I had a sore throat. That was it. I didn't have a fever. I didn't have any like fatigue that was like crazy. I didn't have headaches. I didn't have any of the dry cough. Like I never had a dry cough the entire time. Shortness of breath I did not experience. Literally, it was just congestion. It was congestion and a sore throat, which eventually healed in the like beginning because I was steaming. So my sore throat went away as soon as I was in isolation. Like I never had a sore throat in isolation. And then it was just congestion, so I had to sleep with tissue next to me, and I was just blowing my nose, and then my throat would get like dry, like when you have something stuck in your throat, and I would just clear my throat the whole time. That was it. Those were my symptoms. So I had a really, really, really mild case. Like, oh yeah, and loss of sense of smell. So my loss of taste was directly related to loss of smell, but I didn't lose my loss of taste, if that makes sense. I could taste if something was sweet, sour, spicy, or salty, but I couldn't taste like if it's an orange or if it's honey or whatever. So yeah, I could only taste if something was the predominant flavor. So if it was really sweet or really salty or really spicy or whatever, that's all I would taste. I wouldn't necessarily, it wouldn't be bland, like it wouldn't taste like water or cardboard. I could taste if something was sweet or salty or sour because of the things that I would take. But in terms of knowing what is in there for real, I wouldn't be able to tell you because of that. So I still don't have my sense of smell back yet. I've been trying the, what is it? That method, man. Oh, orange, sorry. And so burnt orange, where you put oranges in the oven and then you put some brown sugar on. That apparently is supposed to work. So I've been trying that. But I haven't gotten my sense of smell back yet. And it is so frustrating. So I'm also going to do olfactory sensory training as well to get my smell back. So what I did to recover was drink a lot of herbal teas. This is one of them. So this is, in here, it's eucalyptus tea and javanica tea. I think I'm saying it correctly in here right now. But I would mix it with artemisia tea as well. So for anybody who knows, artemisia is basically lingana, aka umhlonyana. I don't know if what you call it in your language, but naki bita lingana because ke Motswana. So yeah, that's what we would call it. So lingana, you can't drink it every single day. Apparently it's a bit harsh on your kidneys, so I'd mix the teas. But because I'm drinking so much, I could put 2 tea bags in. So I would mix it with either javanica and artemisia, or javanica and eucalyptus, or eucalyptus and artemisia. Those are what I would do, and I would put honey inside the tea to soothe whatever dryness I was experiencing, and also like my airwaves as well. On top of drinking herbal teas, I would steam. So the same tea company that I bought that from, they have a steaming package. So it's artemisia, javanica, and eucalyptus leaves that you would put in water, boil, and then steam with it. So you'd cover your head and steam with it. And alternatively, I'd use pure eucalyptus leaves. My helper has a eucalyptus tree where she stays, so she was able to bring me a big plastic bag of eucalyptus leaves, so that was cool. I never used eucalyptus oil. I used tea tree oil instead, because that's what I had, because I couldn't find eucalyptus oil anywhere. But I feel like the leaves should have been good enough. And then I would make smoothies. So because I was in isolation in my bedroom, because obviously I don't live alone, I brought my smoothie maker to my bedroom and all my ingredients in my room. I didn't have like a fridge. In general, I'm a big fan of smoothies. As you guys know on my Instagram page, if you follow me there, you'll see I always post smoothies and green juices. I'm a big fan. So during this time, it was basically the same process. I put spinach leaves, blueberries, lemons, garlic, ginger, turmeric, orange, what else? And cayenne chilies as well. So I didn't use cayenne pepper, I used cayenne chilies, and turmeric and ginger and garlic. Those were things that I had added that I maybe didn't add before. Before I just used ginger, but I wouldn't add garlic or turmeric or cayenne chilies, but now I did. And mango as well. Yeah, I put a lot of mango in there as well. So it was just a mixture. So that routine for me was the same. It was nothing really different in that regard. So because I had my smoothie maker in my room, I would make all my smoothies in my bedroom. I would wake up early in the morning. Like I had utensils and stuff that I had in my room, so I could chop stuff. So I would make smoothies filled with garlic, ginger, chilies, oranges, lemons, mangoes, spinach until my spinach went bad because I didn't have a fridge, blueberries, So my basic smoothies that I make on a regular basis, just with added garlic and chilies this time. And normally I would make the same juice and smoothie, but I would not really be a fan of adding garlic because garlic is so strong to the point where it's unpalatable raw. It's good in food, but raw like that to drink, it's unpalatable. Like, it's so spicy and strong and like burns going down. So yeah, so the nutrition wise, my nutrition wasn't really all that good because I was eating off of Mr. Delivery, and we all know these health places like Kauai and whatever, they be overcharging you for portions that are like this big, and it's shit you can make at home. And if you buy that stuff and make it yourself, you would probably spend maximum 30 rand. But Kauai's out here charging you $80 for something you could have made for $30. So I was eating the cheapest takeaways, but I tried to eat as home cooked like food as possible. So I ate a lot of Indian food, more than normal. Towards the end, I really did just eat pizza and burgers and stuff, which wasn't really a good idea, but I didn't really have a choice. It's not like I was having home cooked meals here, so I had to eat like whatever was available to me on the Mr. Delivery app. What else did I do to recover? Okay, I took a lot of vitamin C effervescent tablets, so those like Corenza C, but I took Lamictagon C is what I used. I didn't use Corenza C. I took zinc tablets. I just took 3 zinc tablets a day. I don't even know how much zinc you're supposed to take. It was just recommended to me, so I took it. Med lemon I would drink now and again as well. Grandpa now and again if I'd get like a headache, because headaches I would get if I was really hungry, or I don't know, just now and again, but I never really got headaches or whatever. And then I would just like sweat immediately after, which is annoying. What else did I take? Oh, there was this other vinegar thing my dad bought me. It's mixed with like vinegar, chili, all this other stuff. I took the most holistic stuff ever, more than over-the-counter medicine. So another thing that was very, very important and useful and helpful to my recovery was keeping my spirits high. That was very, very important because I didn't tell a lot of people. I just told the people that needed to know, because obviously I wanted to post it on YouTube. So I had like my best friend, my cousin, my grandparents, they called me every day, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet. They'd be like, are you okay? Are you chewing garlic? Make sure you chew that garlic every night, okay? Make sure you sleep with the garlic bulb next to your bed. And I was like, I can't do that, but thank you though, So yeah, make sure your spirits are high. I was watching a lot of Instagram reels and just laughing the whole day, because for me, my symptoms were mild, like very, very mild. But I feel like if I stressed or, worried about it, I'd probably deteriorate in health. But because I led a healthy lifestyle, I had mild symptoms. Yeah, like my symptoms were really mild. They didn't get worse over time. They didn't change. It was the same old. And it sometimes did get a little bit frustrating being asked every single day, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? But I understood it's because they're concerned about me, like my grandparents especially, and my cousin, and my best friend as well, because those were the only people in my like extended circle that knew. I mean, my immediate family knew, but that's neither here nor there. But those were the people that were really concerned about my health and asked me every single day how I was feeling. And as much as I was like, oh, I'm fine, nothing's changed, I understood that they were asking from a point of concern and they were wishing me well. So it's important. Keep your spirits high. Don't worry about anything. Just try to keep as relaxed and as happy and as positive as possible in the circumstance, because I feel like that helped me not deteriorate. What else helped me? I did a lot of resting. But if anybody knows me, y'all know I can sleep like all day, every day, forever. I don't mind. So it was quite nice. But, oh yeah, make sure you have really good pillows, because I got a lot of neck pain because my pillows were actually really shit. So make sure you have really good pillows, because if you're going to be sleeping that much, you want neck support and back support. And try be active. Don't do what I did. I really did nothing. Like, my butt cheeks were so sore from just sitting and lying down the whole day. Make sure you stay active. But because I was quarantined in my room and I didn't like have my own apartment, I couldn't like do stuff, you know, because the only distances I could travel was from my bedroom to my bathroom and back. So I wasn't motivated to be active, but I would recommend be as mildly active as you. So I've had flu before, so this was different to any flu I've ever had. That I will say. It was different to any flu I've ever had, basically because with regular flus that I have, they start the same and end the same every single time. So it'll start with a sore throat maybe, and then it will go to my nose being really blocked and blocked and then runny, and then it'll turn from a blocked to runny nose to a cough, a wet cough, and then that's when I know that I'm recovering, when I get to the wet cough phase. So the difference between COVID and my normal flu is when I would blow my nose, my mucus in the tissue was always white, and we all know that clear mucus is healthy mucus, whereas if it's yellow or green, that's a sign of infection, and that's your body clearing out that infection. So most times, or every single time, so for me, throughout my life, every single time my mucus would be yellow if I'm sick. That's how I would immediately be able to tell that I'm sick, because I do have a lot of mucus and I suffer from post-nasal drip. That's why I try to limit the amount of bananas I consume. I try not to consume bananas as much as I do, and also dairy. And yeah, so dairy and bananas really do contribute to my mucus production in my body in general, because I suffer from post-nasal drip. But when I'm sick, the color changes. So that's how I know that I'm sick. In this instance, my mucus was still clear the whole time. Like, I never once had yellow mucus this entire time. So that's when I knew something was different. And it didn't progress into a wet cough. Like, I never got to that wet cough stage or even dry cough stage. So those were the two significant differences where I could tell that this is not a regular flu that I've had. And my nose never got runny. That's also another thing. It never got runny. It just would get blocked, and then I'd have to really blow my nose really hard. But that's possibly because I wasn't consuming dairy. I had no coffee and no protein shakes the entire time, and no bananas or anything. So my mucus production was under control, and I think based on the garlic and ginger and all the other stuff that I was consuming, it was quite low. So I didn't really have problems that much with that, and it didn't progress into a cough at all. Maybe just like clearing my throat. Like, I would clear my throat a lot to the point where I would just wish it would be a cough, because I'm just going the whole day, and it was so frustrating. That was, I think, the most frustrating thing about this whole experience. The take-homes for me from this entire experience was rest is absolutely important.
To rest.
Do not underrate rest, and don't think you're a machine. You're not. You're a human being. Rest as much as possible. What else? Support structure is important. You know, make sure that people around you are asking you, are you fine? Are you good? Are you cool? You know, make sure they care about you. That helps. That love helps. And also keep your spirits high. They say laughter is the best medicine. Ooh, child. I was laughing so badly the whole time because of the reels. So I just want to thank all content creators on Instagram and TikTok and all of that stuff. Y'all made this a lot easier and made my time really fun, because it was so funny. Like, I was just laughing the whole time in bed. And yeah, I want to address constipation as well. Also, the reason why I recommend that you move around a bit is so that you can move your bowels.
Did anybody doodle today? You supposed to doodle every day. Wonder why you got a headache. You need to doodle.
because if you are lying in bed all day, every single day, like I did, you will get constipated. And also, if you're not eating meals periodically, I was only eating once a day because I do intermittent fasting and my appetite is set up that way anyway. Child, you will stop everything because you're not moving. So, and my water consumption was also quite low. I wasn't drinking that much water because I wasn't getting out of bed. Like, my routine was not the healthiest routine that I've had. Like my activity levels were low, my water consumption was low, my health in terms of eating healthy and eating clean, that was also bad because there was no one to prep meals for me, so it was really hard. So I don't downplay the fact that I had a very mild experience, and it was just everything was just so easy, and like so easy. And I understand some people have had it way worse and their symptoms get so bad, and some people end up in hospital and other people have lost their lives. So I'm extremely grateful to have the experience that I had in terms of the mildness of it. Nobody wants to get sick, whether it's COVID or it's just the stupid flu, because it is an inconvenience and it stopped my routine. But I was extremely fortunate, and I do not take that for granted, and I am so grateful that everything is over now. I can go back to work and my life can go back to being the way that it is. But I am still grateful that my experience wasn't anything but just inconvenient.